All right, welcome, friends. Once more, we find ourselves, yet again, in our beloved 343 Bravo Whiskey. Thought about doing a full flight video today, but this flight was a little too long for that. We took off from Monterey, KMRY, an hour and 31 minutes ago, and we are bound for Glacier Park International Airport, KGPI, Kilo Golf Papa India, in Kalispell, Montana. Descending at now 1,800 feet per minute, 18,300 feet. We'll slow to 280. We've already been cleared. We got our approach clearance 77 miles out. Landing on ILS runway 02. 3007, says Betty. The sim says 2991, so we'll have to adjust that, I think, as we get closer. Anyway, ILS frequency for runway 02 is 111.5. And there's a VOR just southeast of the airport whose frequency is 113.2. Enter that. Set our bearing 2 to nav 2, and I expect, there it is, FCA, 48.3 nautical miles out. That's consistent with our for-flight information, which shows us at currently 51 miles out. 50 actually on the button.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, contact Salt Lake Center on 133.4.
33.4, so Bravo Whiskey, good day. So we're going to keep slowing here. My for-flight app, if you look at it, I wish I could show it to you. I don't know how to do that though. It's just a sea of TFRs. It looks like it looks like it's got the measles. There's so many red dots on my for-flight app, and that's because of all the fires. Anytime they've got air ops going on against forest fires, brush fires, forest fires, whatever, they impose temporary flight restrictions, and that's what's happened. So, in fact, the weather... Oh, they cleared us down to 7,300 before, which I did find to be a little unusual because the published approach plate shows that we're supposed to be, we're doing the FICAB transition, shows that we're supposed to be at 9,000 feet at Gogs, okay? Then 7,300 feet at Jolek, and then 5,800 feet at Hot Row. Total final approach from Gogs to the airport's 21.1 nautical miles, long final. We got Flathead Lake out there. Anyways, I was saying the weather in excuse me, I'm sorry. The weather at our destination in Kalispell is 90 degrees and smoke, which I found interesting. I don't know how the sim's going to depict smoke, but because of all the fires, that's what's going on there. Shallow outer descent right now down to 1,500 feet per minute. We're 13,400 feet, as you can see right there, 39 miles out. Airport elevation is 2,977 feet. The approach course is 020. We'll set that on the HDG. There we go. We do have our arrow. Just the magenta course heading arrow is superimposed on top of the little cyan colored arrow right there. It's pointing towards the VOR transmitter. In any event, shallow outer descent right now even more. Always a little tense for me going into mountainous areas, but not in weather like this. But I am interested to see how the sim's going to depict smoke. It might not, it's not going to actually depict fires, of course, but whether it'll depict haze or anything like that, I don't know. It looks kind of hazy to me. It does not look like a nice clear day like I've seen. It looks kind of, I don't know, washed out more than it usually does. So maybe that's how they're doing it. Or maybe I've just got a case of confirmation bias. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Flathead Lake out here. Right there, there's Flathead Lake. And we are 11,600 feet and 31 miles, which is just fine. Remember, we need to be at 250 at 10,000. Our AGL is actually more like 9,000 or 8,400. That's our actual above ground level altitude because the airport elevation's at 3,000 feet. So, we're not too high by any stretch of the imagination, nor are we too low. We have been instructed to descend to 9,000 feet at GOGS. As I mentioned, GOGS right here, GOGGS. According to the published approach plate, we need to be at no lower than 9,000 feet at GOGS. And GOGS is currently 64 seconds away. And we're descending at 1,200 feet per minute, and it's less than a minute away. We can shallow out to 1,000 feet, and we'll be just about right at 9,000 feet at GOGS. And then I expect we'll get further descent instructions to 7,300 feet, and then, in theory, 5,800 feet after that. Continue slowing. 24 miles out now. And there's the airport. Right there. Nice long final. There's the 7,300 foot. As I mentioned.
Descend and maintain 7,300 feet Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Descend 2,400 feet per minute. We're comfortably above this terrain right below us. Let's see. Looks beautiful. I wonder how much of this is actually on fire right now. There's no TFRs in the immediate vicinity of Kalispell or the airport, so God willing, they're being spared. Although the smoke's in the area, so. Okay, let's. I see now that we have ILS glide slope information coming in, so we're going to switch bearing 1 over to GPS 1. And continue slowing. Right now we are perfectly on that glide slope, so once I switch nav source over to nav 1 and activate the APPR, in theory, it should have no problem. We're going to go ahead and depressurize at this point. We're at 8,500 feet, that's fine. Cabin altitude on this flight was 9,100 feet, so that should be no issues there. And zoom in on the MFD. All right, there's the tower handoff. And we are inbound on the approach. The landing lights are confirmed on. Passing over Jolek now. Remember, at Jolek, we want to be 7,300 feet, 7,800 feet. That's perfect. Going exceptionally well.
Cessna November 34 Bravo Whiskey Glacier Tower. Altimeter 29.902.
Okay, we'll activate the APPR now.
Cleared ILS runway 2 approach.
Instantly grab the glide slope. That could not have gone better. Cleared for the approach. ILS 02. They're just saying that again.
Bravo Whiskey Glacier Tower. Altimeter 29.902. Wind 233 at 5. Cleared ILS runway 2 approach.
What did you say the altimeter was?
Cleared ILS runway 2 approach Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
29902. And they say the winds are out of the southwest. That's not accurate. I checked the METAR before we took off. Winds are out of the northeast. But so be it. We're on the glide slope though, perfect. Minimums are 3166, so we'll set our altitude selector at 3,200, just so we have that as a point of reference. Missed approach, if needed, is climb left turn 4,100 to 12,000 at a 190 heading. But I don't think we're going to have any problems with that. Maybe famous last words. Set 2 miles on the MFD range. Go ahead and do a notch of flaps. Showing 10 miles out. Definitely time for flaps. Oh, that looks beautiful. Wow. Flaps out. It's pretty. Continue slowing. Looks like somebody is just taken off. Let's go outside. Oh, that looks great. Gear. .8 miles. Gear looks great. Outer marker indicator. We'll go another notch of flaps. Look at that. That looks great. Wow. Let's go up front. Let's slow down. Approach speed on this one is I can't remember. 148.
Wind 230 at 5. Clear to land runway 2.
Jesus.
Clear to land runway 2 Cessna Tree Bravo.
It was really choppy coming over the mountains. I mean, crazy choppy. Definitely seatbelt conditions. We were bouncing all over the place. Airspeed looks good. We're right on the glide slope perfectly. Are going to have a mild tailwind. Very mild, but tailwind nonetheless, which I hate. Let's do a full flaps. Excellent. 4.6 miles. We'll be exiting right after we land. Nice long runway, 9,000 feet.
Final runway 02.
3 mile final. Oh, Jesus, my mouse. God, always picks the worst times. Auto throttle disconnected. We'll wait for the 500 call out. I see poppies, 2 and 2. Perfect. Call out's coming. Just about to get it right now.
500.
Autopilot.
Autopilot.
I have the airplane. Airspeed's good. 143.
500.
Got 2 whites, 2 reds. Very minor tailwind coming from about our 8 o'clock. 2 knots. 3 whites, now 2 whites, 2 reds. Perfect. All right. Well, nicely lined up. Be nicer with a headwind, but that's okay. All right, pretty butter. Reversers and spoilers are up. All right. Get a 7:15 scheduled arrival time. Exit here. Nice high-speed exit.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey exit runway when able. Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey contact ground on 121.6.
All right. Man, that was slick.
121.6 for Cessna Tree Bravo.
Okay, we'll contact ground. And we have 7:15 arrival time, and it is 7:11, 7:12. So a couple, 2-3 minutes ahead of schedule. Stop the timer. 1:44:33. Sim estimated 1:43 on setup page. Landing lights are off. Taxi lights on. Pulse lights off. Tail flood's off. Anti-collision remains on. We'll bring in those spoilers. Beautiful. Wow. That looks fantastic. And we will bring in the flaps, but we'll do it from the right side because it looks cooler. Fuel truck. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, now we'll contact ground. Ground. Glacier ground. Parking, please.
Glacier Ground Cessna
Look at this.
November
This looks great.
Bravo Whiskey taxi
Look at the mountains.
Cessna November 34 Bravo Whiskey taxi to general aviation parking by a taxiway out.
Looks really good. Not too smoky, though, if you ask me. I don't know how this sim would render smoke, to be honest. Oh, look, we're right on top of our parking space. Ramp 46. That's awesome. Nice. Yeah, 7:13 p.m. local time, 6:13 p.m. here in LA. where it's very warm, just as it is here in Montana. All right, this is going to be a quick parking job here. Might as well kill that taxi light just so we don't blind the poor guy. Get on this yellow line right here on the PFD, right here. There we go. We got a little left turn. Park here. Ramp 46. All right, fantastic. Oh, what a nice flight. And I was actually really pleased with how well the approach went and the landing as well. ILS has been acting up a little bit here and there lately, so I'm glad to see it worked. There it is. Just like that. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, kill the right engine. Turn off our pitot-static heat. Recognition lights off and anti-collisions off. Now we'll take a little last gander outside as we begin to take in the beautiful sights and sounds of Kalispell, Montana, and those incredible mountains there in the distance, which I fear in real life are burning as we speak. On this July 18th, 2021. Makes me sad. I'm sure there's a mod out there or something to introduce smoke and fire and everything, but maybe in some ways it's kind of nice that we can't see it. We can see this terrain as it should look. Anyway, thanks for joining us on this approach and landing up here in Kalispell, Montana, KGPI. We'll drop to the logbook screen now. There we go. KMRY, Monterey to KGPI. 1 hour, 42-minute flight. Day takeoff, day landing, and now we're in Montana. God knows where we're headed next, but that's the beauty and fun of this incredible piece of software. It's Sunday, so tomorrow the work week starts. I hope that you have a good one. Take care.